I'll share with you guys what I know, but I'm definitely not an expert in opening a gym. But I did open a gym in West Kelowna, British Columbia. I partnered with a few people and we opened up a gym together. So I'm going to be talking about the lessons that I learned opening up this gym. Jeffrey, what up, bro?
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing amazing, bro. How are you?
Oh, dude, I'm fucking living the dream life.
Living the dream life. I like that. That's exciting.
I'm proud of everything I've accomplished.
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you're tuning in on Clubhouse right now, what I want you to do is hit that little plus sign and ping a few people to join. Also, if you're tuning in on LinkedIn, I just want to say hello. Welcome to my LinkedIn fam. I have never gone live on LinkedIn until today. So I'm very excited that we're going live on LinkedIn because this is a new thing. I've been applying for LinkedIn Live since the day I was born. And finally, we got approved on LinkedIn Live. So we are officially on LinkedIn Live, and I'm very, very excited about that. So as you guys are tuning in, hope you guys are having the best day of your life. Drop a comment. Let me know that you're here so I can know who's tuning in. And we're going to start this live stream here in a couple of minutes. We're going to be talking today about the 6 things that I learned by investing in a gym. 6 things I learned by investing in a gym. So if you're tuning in on LinkedIn, what's up? If you're tuning in on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, what's up? If you're on Clubhouse, what's up? Hello, Brady. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. We're talking about the gym today.
Hell yeah. No, super stoked to tune in and hope everybody's having an awesome morning.
Let's freaking go. All right, guys. So appreciate you guys being here. Let's get right into the podcast in 3, 2, and 1. What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast. This is the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 6 things that I learned by investing in a gym. Just purchased a massive gym in West Kelowna, British Columbia, and it's about 19,000 square feet, so it's not a small gym by any means. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the lessons that I've learned opening up this gym because one of my clients, his name's Xavier Fenton, asked me, he's like, bruh, I want to open up a gym. Like, what did you do to open up your gym? And I was like, well, bro, I'm an expert, but like, it's a very loaded question. I'm not an expert, but I'll do my very best to share with you what I know about opening up a gym based on my own experience. So just a reminder, if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy and you're listening to this episode, I want to remind you guys that we're doing the I'm Here Challenge. So this is only for the 10K Coaching Academy. So we're basically convincing you guys to study. We're bribing you. So all you have to do if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy is hashtag I'm here right now on the video. Screenshot it, share it to your stories, tag me, Cole, and Jeff in the 10K Coaching Academy. And then after the live stream, if you get value or if you want to implement something immediately, hashtag speed of implementation, post it inside of the Facebook group. We want you guys to be implementing fast. So basically want you guys to be watching and then we want you guys to be implementing and we're basically giving you money. We're giving away $1,000 at the end of July to the 10K Coaching Academy member that shows up to the most live streams, implements the fastest, and is the best student. All right? We like giving away money to our team. We like giving away money to our squad. Now, today we're going to be talking about my story opening up the gym, how it unfolded, and what I've learned so far about opening the gym. I'm also just going to be totally honest with you guys and let you guys know that like I'm not an expert in opening gyms. In fact, there are many, many things that we're still figuring out inside of Iron Energy. Like there are many things that we are still like kind of like working through. I'm not the only owner of the gym. There's me, there's Morgan, there's Amy, there's Brett, there's Cole, there's Kirst. So there's also other people that are owning the gym with me. And so this is just based on my experience. All right. So I'm a 25% owner of Iron Energy, and this is based on my own personal experience. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about opportunity before we get into today's episode, because I think that opportunity is a funny thing. And I really do think that success is preparation meeting opportunity. So for the last few years, guys, I've been going all in on myself, like all in. The podcast, the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training podcast, the live stream or the podcast that you're listening to right now, I've been doing this for almost 2 years straight, 5 times a week at the same time every day. So I've been going all in on myself for a very long time. And because I've been going all in on myself for a very long time, like I ended up building a strong reputation and a strong brand. Now, my intention with this strong brand was only ever to grow PT Domination, and I only ever intended on going all in on PT Dom. And I never really thought about opening another business, and it was never really something that I was actively pursuing. But one thing I just want to say to you guys is that if you have dreams, aspirations, or hopes of opening up your own gym or opening up your own business, write this fucking down. You need to start going all in on yourself first. All in on yourself. All in on your content. All in on your sales, all in on whatever business that you're currently in right now. If you're a fucking manager at a gym right now, you need to go all in on that, or you'll never be a good owner of a gym, right? So whatever it is that you do, you have to go all in on yourself, because I really do think that part of it was the opportunity got presented to me, and part of it was like I was prepared to take advantage of that opportunity because I was a strong fucking person. And so when the opportunity presented itself to me to partner with Iron Energy Gym, I was like, yep, like I'm ready. Let's fucking do it. I'm like, it's not going to be any skin off my back. I'm all fucking in. Okay, so number one is to go all in on yourself. Now, the way that the gym kind of transpired was it was opportunity. So I remember it was December 2020. I ended up getting a call from one of my old clients and also a friend. His name is Brett Godin. And the call, it was a funny call because Brett had been talking to me about how he planned on taking over Gravity Fitness in West Kelowna. And I remember like when he told me that he was going to take over the gym, I was like, dude, like, fuck. I'm like, I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, I wish he told me about this because I would have loved to be a part of that. Like, I would have loved to be a part of the gym. That would have been super cool. It's like, fuck, like, that would have been sick. But I was like a little bit envious that he was opening up the gym and I didn't get to. Like, I wasn't really aware of the opportunity. I didn't really know. So I was a little bit envious, like, I'm not going to lie. But I remember he told me about it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I kind of moved on with my life. The second call that I got from Brett was a little bit different. So he calls me. He's like, bro, I got something for you. I'm like, what's up? Like, what do you mean? He's like, well, he's like, my investors, I had an investor that I was partnering with, and the investment kind of fell through. It turns out he didn't have the capital on hand, and just kind of didn't end up working out. And he's like, I'm looking to partner with somebody else, and the only other person that I'd want to partner with would be you. And I remember I was like thinking, I literally sat with it. I'm the type of person, you guys, I'm a big believer in gut instinct. And so when Brett called me and he like told me about this opportunity, I always have to check my gut before I make any moves. So I was like, I gotta leave this conversation and think for 30 seconds. I'll be back. He's like, okay. So I like hung up the phone and I sat with it for 30 seconds and I was doing a gut check, and there honestly wasn't any fear at all. Like, I wasn't really nervous at all. It was more like, yo, this is fucking sick. I'm like, this is really cool. This is a really cool opportunity. I'm like, I've been looking for something to invest into. I'm like, this is it. So I called Brett back. I'm like, I'm in. I'm like, but I have one condition. I'm like, everything I do with Cole. I'm like, so Cole has to be in too. He's like, okay. So I called Cole and I was like, what's up, bro? He's like, what's up? I was like, this is literally the conversation. I'm like, yo, you want to partner on a gym? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, Cole's my business partner. For those of you guys that are newer to the podcast or you don't know my backstory. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, we have an opportunity to partner on a gym. I'm like, I don't want to do it without you. I'm like, do you want to partner on a gym with me? He's like, well, what does it involve? I'm like, well, XYZ investment. And then we own a percentage of the gym. He's like, let me call you back. He talks to Julia. He calls me back. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So I ended up calling Brett. And I was like, yeah, like, we're going to do it. We're all in. And so this was like, this like whole opportunity, like another thing I want you guys to write down is like the people in your life matter, right? So I never really intended on opening up a gym or starting up another business or whatever. But because I had developed quality relationships with high value people, the right opportunity presented itself at the right time. And I would just happen to be in the right place. Like, Brett Godin is a high level person. And I developed a relationship with them. Like, me and him were talking, like, he was in my circle. He was somebody that I would talk to on like a semi-regular basis. And so because he was in my circle, it just the opportunity just kind of unfolded and it transpired. And so if you're listening to this podcast right now, one of the things that I want you to write down is like, who's in your network? Your networking matters, right? And not networking for the sake of getting something, because I never intended on getting anything off of Brett. But having high value people in my circle that are making fucking moves is a really, really good move. Like, it's a really good idea. And so if you're listening to this right now and you're wanting to take some inspiration and like maybe potentially open up your own thing one day or open up your own business, like, your circle matters. You should write that down. Your circle matters. Because I think one of the biggest reasons that I even got the opportunity in the first place was I was just in the right place at the right time around the right people. And the reason I was in the right place at the right time around the right people is because I've made the decision to up level my circle, and I only surround myself with people that are high value. All right. So we good so far? See, for me, you guys, like, I knew that I wanted to open up a gym at some point, but I didn't have the capital saved yet. And so I think we're going to get into the 6 pieces of advice yet. So I wrote down 6 things that I think that if you're looking to open up your own gym, these are things that you should consider. So number 1 these are things that I've learned. So number 1 is the first piece of advice that I give for you is, I know that Xavier is listening to this right now. First piece of advice that I'd give for you is have 6 months worth of I'm not making any money fund saved just to keep the doors open. Like, so the first piece of advice, if you're going to open up a gym, is to have 6 months of money saved. And that money is like, I'm not going to make a dime for the first 6 months. Like that should be your mindset so that you're prepared for that if it happens. Like, guys, your business, like online coaching, it's funny. I actually think online coach, I talked about this in my mastermind the other day. Online coaches are fucking spoiled, straight up. Like, your guys' profit margins are fucking bananas. Like, most businesses have profit margins nowhere close to online coaching. Like, online fitness coaching, let's talk about if you're in the 10K coaching academy. Let's say you're in the 10K coaching academy, you're paying me $400 a month and you're making $5,000 a month, okay? So you're making $5,000 a month, you're paying me $400 a month. So your overhead is 10%. So you're paying, less. The overhead is 8%. So you're paying $5,000, like you're paying $400 to make $5,000. That's your overhead. Plus Trainerize, maybe Evolution Nutrition, maybe like there's a couple other apps that you might have. So you're paying me $400 plus maybe you're paying $700 total and you're making $5,000 a month. $700 total in overhead. Your profit margins are like 90%. So online coaches are straight up spoiled. Like, online coaching is like one of the only industries that you can have like such a low overhead and make such a high profit margin. And guys, when you start making serious money, like when you start making $10,000 a month and you're paying $400 a month, it's like your profit margins are like 90%. There's no other business that's like that. None. So the first piece of advice that I'd give for you if you're looking to open up your own gym or brick and mortar is like, you need to have 6 months worth of money saved and just like forecast that you're not going to make a fucking cent for the first 6 months. Honestly, you guys, I haven't made any money from Iron Energy yet. None, zero. If anything, it's cost me like significantly more than I've made, but it's not like about like making money when you open up a brick and mortar right away. It's about like building a long-term business. Like, you really got to be passionate about it. And for me, like, I'm super passionate about fitness. I love having a gym. I love having my own gym. It gives me a space where I'm going to be hosting Pizza Dumb events. I like literally can rent out the whole gym if I wanted to, because it's fucking mine. So there's a lot of benefits to having a gym for my long-term branding play, which is kind of the play that I wanted to take. It also gives me a little bit more credibility as an online business coach. Like, the fact that I actually have a gym is people are like, oh, this dude is like legit. So for me, it's more of like a branding / credibility play, and it's less of a moneymaker. And so if you guys are thinking about opening up your own gym or your own space, like, you got to be thinking that like you're going to be putting yourself in a little bit of a hole. Like, you've got to know that. And it would be a big mistake to assume that your brick and mortar gym will be profitable instantly. And so the first piece of advice, and I know Xavier's listening to this, first piece of advice to you, Xavier, would be making sure that you have like enough capital saved to not only open up the gym, but have 6 months worth of capital saved so that, you know, if you don't make a fucking dollar for the first 6 months, you're not going to go bankrupt. So that's piece of advice number 1. Now, piece of advice number 2, this is for any business. I feel like this advice would be like contextual for any business. Piece of advice number 2 is that your social media marketing fucking matters. Like, it matters. Guys, I can't tell you how many people have come to the gym because of mine and Cole's fucking TikToks. Like, me and Cole just made TikToks about the gym, about how we're opening up our own gym, how, you know, we're excited to open up a gym, how we just got a gym in West Kelowna. I can't tell you how many people have, there's a dude that started coming to the gym in the morning. His name's Tristan. And I was like walking to the gym. He's like, yo, B-Mark Fit. And I was like, oh, what's up, man? He's like, yo, I followed your TikTok. I saw your gym and I just moved to Kelowna and I knew that I had to come check it out. I was like, dude, that's fucking sick. So like, social media matters. So it wasn't just our TikToks that brought in members to the gym, but it's also we built a social media page for the gym and we post on it 5 times a week. Like I can promise you guys that our Instagram has been huge for our gym's growth and expansion. It's like it brings awareness to the community. We're able to promote things to the community. Like we get people talking, people are sharing us to their stories. Like social media fucking matters. And if you're in business right now and you're not on social media, you're making a huge fucking mistake. Or if you're in business right now and you're posting on social media once or twice, again, you're making a massive mistake. The organic reach right now on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram is fucking nuts. And for you not to be taking advantage of it is for you to literally shoot yourself in the foot and say that you don't care about making money. Like social media is massive. Like for us, it was like we needed to be posting 3 to 5 times a week on our gym social media account because that's going to drive membership sales. And at the end of the day, membership sales is what's going to keep your doors open. And that same advice applies for online coaches, by the way. If you're an online fitness coach and you're listening to this right now and you're not posting 3 to 5 times a week, like you are just not with it. You're not with the times. Straight up. If you're not on TikTok right now, you are not with it. You need to step up. You are like leaving money on the table. And I don't care if your TikTok videos get 10 views or 200,000 views. It's about committing to the process of getting better over time so that eventually you have that video that goes viral and causes you to get 200 coaching applications. You need to be posting 3 to 5 times a week. Membership sales are the name of the game. So obviously you need to be posting and promoting so that you're always in people's face. So people are always reminded that you have a gym. So people always want to come check out your gym. Like you need to be constantly promoting yourself. If you're not promoting yourself, nobody's going to promote for you, right? So the second piece of advice would be that social media marketing fucking matters. Straight up. Okay, so third piece of advice. Actually, I thought of another one that I didn't write down. I'm going to say community. Somebody remind me of this so I don't forget it. Community management. Third piece of advice is leave no stone unturned in your vision. Leave no stone unturned in your vision. You guys, when we got the gym, we thought of fucking everything. Like we thought about the wall color. We wanted to be fucking different. And so we actually got a graffiti artist to come in and paint like a giant ass mural that says Iron Energy on it because we wanted to stand out. We wanted to be super fucking unique. So when people walk in the doors, there's like an instant like, boom, this place is way different. We wanted that. So we had something different. We had that mural. So you got to have something that stands out. We thought about the quality of the equipment. We didn't want to have dog shit equipment. Like we didn't want to have the equipment that was in the gym when we first took it over. We wanted to put all brand new equipment in it. So we thought about that when we thought about the gym. We thought about the music. Like we're currently working on getting satellite radio in the gym because we want to have like amazing music every single time people walk in the door like that. And we don't want none of that top 40 bullshit or none of those oldies or those radio stations that have tons of ads. Like we don't want that. We want like high quality music every single time people walk into the gym. So we thought about that. We also thought about the marketing. So like guys, as soon as we took over the gym, we literally started filming a documentary. Like day one of the gym purchase, we like hired I hired my camera guy, Braden, to follow me around and get everybody else involved and start filming a documentary for the gym. Like we thought about everything. We also thought about the energy of the place. Like we didn't want to have a place that's like a really awesome gym, but you walk in and it's toxic and negative people. So we let go of the toxic staff members and we replaced them with high energy ones. Like guys, leave no stone unturned. Like if you're going to do something, do it fucking to the best of your ability. I don't want to just open up a gym just to have a gym. I wanted to open up a gym and have it be the best gym that it could possibly be. So I wanted to put my best foot forward and make sure that I did everything I possibly could to make it amazing, leaving no stone unturned. So thinking about every aspect of the gym that you can possibly think about when opening up the gym is super important. So my third piece of advice would be leave no stone unturned. Now, again, I'm not an expert. This is just from my own experience, but I hope you guys are getting value. I want to talk about number 4 is actually community management. When I say community management, what I really mean is like giving back to the community. I think one of the biggest things about having a gym or a brick and mortar facility, one of the biggest benefits for me is like actively getting to contribute back to the community. And so as soon as I opened up the gym, I started Young and Ambitious, the youth mentorship program. And I took $10,000 out of my own pocket and I sponsored a 17-year-old kid. Well, I didn't sponsor him at first. I took like a group of like eight 14 to 17-year-old boys through a 12-week workout program and success motivation program where they'd literally come into the gym, they'd work out, and then I would take them through some success motivation talks. And then at the end of the success motivation talks, they would we get them a shake and they go on their way. After the 12 weeks, I chose one of the kids as the winner and I sponsored him for $10,000 and I just gave him a $10,000 check. And I'm like, use this for post-secondary or to start your own business. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to give back to the community. Like, I think that for a business to be really successful, I think that it needs to have some sort of community involvement. I think it needs to have some sort of like giving back to the community, especially like, guys, if you're going to start, like for us, like we not only started a gym, we came in, we like made a statement, like we started a gym. It's not a small gym. It is a gym. And so for us to come in and make a statement and have people not be like, fuck these guys. I think it was important that we came in, we made a statement, and we were also like, yo, we're here, but we're also here to give back. And so just showing that with our actions and not just our words is really important. I think that a lot of people say they want to give back, but like actually backing it up and doing something that makes a fucking difference matters. And so community involvement is something that's really, really big for us. And we're continuing to do that. Like we're continuing to host charity boot camps and fundraisers and things like that to show that we're not only here to stay, but we're here to make an impact. So I think that's really important. So fifth piece of advice would be to take no money from the gym for 12 months. Again, guys, we've reinvested. So we've got number one. Let's just recap really quickly. All right. So first piece of advice is to have 6 months worth of I'm not making any money saved up. Second piece of advice would be social media fucking matters. Third piece of advice would be leave no stone unturned. Fourth piece of advice would be giving back to the community. The fifth piece of advice would be to take no money from the gym for 12 months. Like I stood up, like when we started to build this business, I told all of the owners, I'm like, I'm not going to take a fucking dime from this gym for like 12 months. I'm not even going to think about it. Like, I'm just going to have this gym be open and I'm not even going to think about it. And so if you're listening to this right now and you're like, okay, I want to open up a gym and, you know, I'm excited about it. That's good. You should have another stream of revenue. And I know that one of my clients, Xavier, that's thinking about opening up a gym. Good thing you're an online coach. You should keep that online coaching business while you have your gym so that you have another stream of revenue, because you shouldn't even think about taking money out of the gym for like at least 12 months. Most gyms close their doors in the first, or most businesses close their doors in the first 3 years. So your first goal should be to make it past the 3-year mark, and then, you know, then you're actually open. But I wouldn't even be taking money out of the gym for the first 12 months. Like I would be reinvesting every single dollar back into it, and that's what we've been doing, because that's the only way to get. Like, it's not only opening up a gym. Like that's fucking 10% of the equation. I think what actually matters is keeping the gym open. So we're pouring all of our money back into the gym. We're doing everything in our power to make it the best place to be in the Okanagan. All right. So number 6, the 6th piece of advice would be to stop pleasing everybody. Stop trying to please everyone. When we took over the gym, you guys, we had a lot of people in our ears about the changes that they did or did not like. Oh, I don't like the music, and I don't like what you guys did with this, and I don't like what you did here, and I'm not liking what you did here, and I'm not liking this, and I'm not liking this. And I'm like, guys, if we fucking bent our will to every single person that had a complaint, like we wouldn't have had Iron Energy. And so what we had to do is we had to decide what vision we wanted as owners. Like we had to decide, like, what is the vision for our gym? How do we want to create it? How do we want it laid out? What do we think is important? And then we created it based on our vision. And then, you know, there was some complaints that we took like into consideration if they were valid. As an example, we have all of our cardio equipment upstairs, and one of our members wrote in to the gym saying like, hey, like, I don't like that you moved all the cardio equipment upstairs because I have a cane and I can't walk up the stairs with my cane. So like, you just made it so I can't do cardio. So we were like, cool, let's put one treadmill downstairs and let's make it for people with disabilities or our senior citizens. And we just made it. We have a treadmill downstairs. It's literally for people with disabilities. But we didn't bend our will to every single complaint. You know, like we would take it into consideration, be like, okay, cool, we'll think about that. But then we had to remain loyal to our vision, because at the end of the day, like, I want to run a gym that I'm passionate about. And the way that I do that is by making sure that I remain integral to the vision that we created in the first place, and not like telling people that their opinion doesn't matter, taking it into consideration. And if it actually makes sense, working it into the gym, but just knowing that you're not going to please everybody. We did make some members that, you know, as an example, we got rid of the women's only section because it wasn't used as much and there was tons of space up there. And we made it a cardio only section. Some people didn't like that, but at the end of the day, like, we lost a few members up because of it. But now the gym is fucking awesome. And so we made a transition that we knew was best for our gym. Cool. Now the 7th piece of advice, the last piece of advice that I'll give you guys, this last piece of the lesson that I learned opening up this gym would be, and this applies to all businesses, you guys, is to take fucking fast action. Take fast action. When we first started Iron Energy, we were very vocal with our plans. We're like, we're going to do this and this and this and this. And we told everyone. And I don't think people believed us. Like, we're going to buy all new equipment, and we're going to paint the gym, and we're going to do this, and we're going to get a mural, and we're going to get blah, 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 and all these different things. And I get new turf. I don't think people believed us until we actually fucking did it. And we didn't do it slow. We did it like rapidly. Like the second we took over the gym, we started demolishing walls, painting the gym within 2 weeks of owning it. And I think that a lot of people are very good at talking about all the things they want to do. Talking. And I think that the way to get over that is to do, like take massive action. And so for us, we wanted to take massive action. And so if we had a project, we didn't talk about it for very long. We just fucking executed. Like we basically talked about it for long enough to come up with the first 2 or 3 steps that we need to do. And then we were into forward motion. And so like take fast action, you guys. Like if you want to be successful, like you got to take fast action. A lot of people are slow to pull the trigger when it comes to projects. And as a team, me, Brett, Morgan, Amy, Kirst, Cole, like we are all very fast. Very, very fast at taking action. And so if you want to be successful, then you got to get in the habit of taking immediate and fast action when it comes to any business, not just having a gym. Once you've got the business, you need to pull the trigger and pull the trigger fucking quickly. And if you guys can take any sort of lesson from this, if you're not looking to open up a gym, but you're just like running a successful online business, one of the lessons that I want you to take is speed of implementation. This is actually why, if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy, one of the challenges that we have you guys doing this month is speed of implementation. I want to talk about that for like a full minute here. There are so many of you guys that are so good at watching all the 10K coaching. I'm talking to you. If you're in the 10K Academy, I'm talking to you directly. There's a lot of you guys that are very good at watching the 10K Coaching Academy trainings and not fucking doing anything about it. Like, I want you guys to get into the habit of taking immediate action. Like, I'm talking about watching one of these trainings that you're listening to right now, watching one of these things, and then starting to take massive fucking action. Like, be like, okay, there's, I watched Cole's TikTok training. I'm going to go film 3 TikToks right now. Like as soon as I'm done watching Cole's training, I'm going to set aside 30 minutes and I'm going to go film my next TikTok right now. Like that's the habit that you guys need to get into if you want to be successful as an online fitness coach. But a lot of you guys are experts at consuming information and not doing anything about it. And I'm talking about getting into the habit of taking massive and fast action. Like with this gym, with anything, everything I do in my life, I check my gut. And once my gut knows it's right, I'm fucking all in, you guys. Like I don't hesitate. Like I'm all in. This podcast that you guys are listening to right now is a reflection of me going all in on myself. It's a reflection of me taking fast action. And it took me, a month or 2 to actually gut check myself to the point where I was like, I want to do a podcast. But as soon as it was like, I want to do a podcast, I was like, not only do I want to do a podcast, but I want it to be the #1 podcast for online fitness coaches. So I I seeked out the person that was #1 in the space. And I set my target on his number. And I was like, I'm fucking coming for that number. And by the way, I beat that number like a year ago and I'm still going because eventually time will fade and then you'll just be the best. But you have to take fast action. That's not going to happen if you're sitting on your thumbs and waiting for your next genius TikTok idea. Just fucking get on the app and start taking action. Cool. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. The 7th, it says 6 things, but the 6th thing plus 1 bonus thing that I learned is having 6 months worth of I'm not making any money saved. Like you need to have a fund saved, all right? Social media marketing fucking matters. And that doesn't just apply for owning a gym. That applies for running your business. Like if you're not posting 3 to 5 times a week right now, you are making a massive mistake. Number 3 is leaving no stone unturned with your vision, you guys. Like if you're going to open up a business, you really need to think through it and like, don't leave any stone unturned. If you're going to open up a gym, like it's every single stone that you could possibly turn it. Like the music, the vibe, the energy, the people, the equipment, the wall colors, the what makes it different, how big is it, like all of it. Like don't leave any stone unturned. Number 4 is to give back to the community. And I think that doesn't only apply to having a brick and mortar facility, but that also gives back to like owning a coaching business. Like giving back to the community is important. Number 5 is to take no money from the gym for 12 months, you guys. Like I wouldn't be starting a gym hoping to get rich. You better be passionate if you're looking to start a gym because the gym has only cost me money so far, not made me money. But I love it. It's exciting. It gets me out of bed every morning, and that's why I'm doing it. Number 6 is to stop trying to please all your members. Like you're not going to make everyone happy, but you got to remain loyal to your own vision and what you want to create. And number 7, and this is important for everybody across the board, not just people that are, looking to open up a gym, but also people that are in business or in fitness as well. It's like, take fucking fast action. Like you're not going to do anything if you're sitting on the fence and you're consuming information and overloading your brain with all of this data, and then you're just sitting there not taking any action. Like information without action is completely useless. So hopefully this podcast helped a little. My guy Xavier, I can see you're tuning in here, so I appreciate you. Again, guys, I'm not an expert. I'm still figuring it the fuck out. Me and Cole, we're still figuring it the fuck out. This is new for us. This is just a new venture, and it's one of those things where entrepreneurs solve problems. So every day we're just kind of showing up. We're taking action. Every day Brett's showing up, just taking action. Every day Amy's showing up, just taking action. Morgan's showing up, just taking action. We're just figuring it out as we go. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast, the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. If you got value from today's episode, if you could give me a rating on the podcast, that would be amazing. The way that you do that is you have to use your fingers to scroll all the way to the bottom of the episodes. It's fucking annoying. You got to do 3 thumb scrolls, and then you can leave a star rating and a written review. I would love to read some of your guys' ratings. I would love to get some of your guys' feedbacks. If you could leave me a 5-star rating, that would be amazing. And yeah, that's it. Last thing I just want to say, if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy, you want to be entered to win $1,000 cash, screenshot this right now. Hashtag I'm fucking here in the comments and share us through your Instagram stories. Let us know that you're tuning in. Peace and love. Hope you guys have the best day ever. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Let's go. Brady, Jeff, what up?
Dude, that's so awesome. I'm bubbling.
Hell yeah. And Jeff, our man Xavier Fenton DM'd me about opening up a gym, eh?
Yo, really, Xavier, who's here in Mexico with us?
Yeah, Xavier, he's in the audience right now.
That's what's up. I see him down there. That's fucking killer, dude.
Yeah.
I love what you were saying.
He asked me.
The concept of actually fucking like having the idea of not making money right away. I think that's the biggest thing that people underestimate whenever they start any business is they think they're going to make money day one. You got to be prepared to grow and hustle, and then you make the money.
Dude, I also... Yep. Go ahead, Brady.
Go ahead.
You first.
Oh, no, I was just saying I've owned a gym for 6 years and I haven't made a dime. So, and I'm happy as a fan.
Yeah, I think it's important because even with online coaches, you guys, there's so many online coaches that will start their coaching business and then they'll be like, okay, I'm starting my coaching business. They'll make $2K in the first month and they're like, hey, sweet, I quit my fucking job. It's like, that is not a good move. Like, you should not do that. You should, like, number one, you need to have money saved up so that if you do quit and you fucking sign 0 clients for the next 6 months, like, you're going to be okay. It's not going to be 6 months, but you should have enough, like, you should have a 1 or 2 month net egg at least, so that if you, like, shit does go sideways, like, you're okay, or at least credit card room. But yeah, I think that, Jeff, you're right. A lot of people get into business, like, almost like delusionally, and they're like, oh, as soon as I sign my first few clients, that's it. I can just quit my job. It's like, you can't think like that.
1,000%. Like when I came into the online space, like fucking, you know my story, man. I literally was like living off of fucking nothing. You helped me get 17 of my in-person clients so I could afford your program, and I lived off of that for fucking 3 months, not making a fucking dollar past that. And then it wasn't until fucking you guys slapped me upside the head and I went back, restarted the fucking units, until I started actually making some real fucking money. But like if I had the mindset that I was just gonna come in and start fucking making money because I had all this previous experience, I would have fucking failed a lot faster.
Yep, I agree. Brady, tell me a little bit more about your gym. You're in Swan Hills, right? Like, tell me a little bit about it. It's a non-for-profit, just so everybody knows, because I think I know a little bit about it, but I don't know a lot.
Yeah, no. So people had tried to. So we're in a really, really small oil field town, and people had tried to open up gyms previously in the past, and I don't think a gym ever lasted a year. So people had kind of given up on the idea of owning a gym here and making money off of it. So when the oil field market like started to crash a few years ago, a whole bunch of us got together. Like there was an opportunity, an oil field company or an oil company in town had a bunch of equipment for their employees in one of the camps, and it was just sitting there in storage. And they approached us and just said, hey, look, there's like $70,000 to $100,000 worth of equipment. You guys have X amount of days to do something with it, or we're going to sell it. So that was like, well, I loved what you said, speed of implementation. Like we just got a group together, like immediately went in front of town council in Swan Hills, formed a nonprofit society. It was just like boom, 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 boom. There were so many of us that just like saw it, but there was also a ton of people that immediately told us we were going to fail. you guys won't be able to do it. People have tried to do it before. You're going to fail. They were all sitting back, just like laughing at us. And we're just like, watch us. We're going to fucking do this. And you guys are going to be tucking your tails. So that was about 7 years ago. And there's, I believe, 6 of us now, 5 of us that sit on the board full time and run the gym full time. And yeah, being an oil field town is very transient, but we have a lot of people that come in from out of town that are happy to work here now because we actually have a gym. There's literally nothing to do here. So people are like, oh my God, I'm so happy to come back to Swan Hills and work because now we have a gym, but none of us take any money. We have our volunteer nights. We are open 1 night a week, and we've had a lot of awesome support from some people in town. They cut us a good deal on the building. It's actually an old oil field supply company that shut down. So we've gone through some like transitions. The first gym we opened up flooded, so we had to pack up and put everything on hold for about a month till we could find another space, and we just keep going. And yeah, we're super proud of it. Super fucking proud of it. Now we have kids in as well, like 14-year-olds. So my 15-year-old son comes in and works out with us, and our 19-year-old son is very fitness minded as well. So we partner with the school as well to help out with the youth, to give them something to do. So that's why I love your Young and Ambitious program. That inspires me a ton. So yeah, we're fucking proud.
Love it. That's fucking awesome. And I think that there's always like a sixth sense of satisfaction when people tell you that you're going to fail and you're like, you'll see.
Oh, dude. Yeah, 100%.
And then they come to your gym.
Yeah, and then they come to the gym. Exactly. And I just laugh. No, it's a very rewarding thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Super proud of you. That's freaking amazing. And I would love to see a photo. I don't think I've ever seen a photo of your gym. It would be cool if you wrote a post about it.
Yeah, actually, I'm just listening to your podcast. It's like I'm in there and I take, fitness videos, but I've never actually, I don't take full advantage of promoting the gym. It's just kind of like our little baby and our little secret. And, but yeah, I should do more of a post about it.
Hell yeah, you should. It's your shit.
Yeah, no, you're right. I will.
Okay, now I'm on the lookout.
I promise I will.
Now we're on the lookout.
Now I put myself out there. Okay, it will be done. I promise.
Okay, deal. Yo, Cole, what's up, dog? You got anything to say about being a gym owner? Mr. Xavier Fenton's up here. He's the one that asked us about it.
Honestly, it is a lot more work than you guys would think it is, but it's also super fucking rewarding, and I absolutely love it. I feel like so many people ask Brian and myself, and I didn't listen to the whole podcast, but I know what he was talking about anyways. I feel like so many people ask Brian, myself, Brett, Morgan, Amy consistently, like, what goes into owning a gym? How did you buy a gym? Like, what are some tips you can give me for buying a gym? And honestly, I kind of laugh every single time we get a question like that because, like, my answer always is, I have no fucking idea, bro. Like, we're flying by the seat of our pants 90% of the time. We just got an opportunity. We ran with it, and we're learning as we go. And even though it's stressful and it's like there's a lot of things that go into it, it's all super fucking rewarding because being able to now, what has it been, like 7 months, Pete, since we bought it?
Yep.
7 months. Now being able to go in there 7 months later and seeing how fucking amped up people are and energy and like how people are acting, it's just so amazing. Like it's such a good fucking rewarding feeling, and I love it, and I wouldn't change it for anything else in the world.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. I actually, I think the coolest part about having the gym is even on our Instagram is like crazy high engaged. It's like I just made a post about our, how we got a lot of hate when we first started. And there's a lot of people that are commenting that are like, this is the best gym I've ever been to, best gym in Western Canada. That makes that hard work worth it. It's like, yeah, it's not, we're not making lots of money from it, but we never really, when me and you got it, we were never really like, let's get rich off this. We're like, let's build something fucking awesome. Like we were like, let's build something sick.
It was, what can we do to like, basically not only like build something of our dreams, guys, but like, what can we do to like attack that side of business again? Like Brian and myself started as fitness coaches, started as people who were big into bodybuilding, wanted to work out like crazy, always living in the gym anyways. So having the opportunity to like fulfill a childhood dream of owning a gym and being able to give people what we wanted in a gym. I feel like that's the biggest thing. So it's never about like the money or the get rich quick thing or anything like that. It's just about like the passion behind building something with that type of energy.
I agree. I love what you just said. Give people what we wanted in a gym. That's so accurate. We're like, what would be the sickest layout? Like,
Yep.
yeah, that's so
Funny
cool.
Funny story.
Yeah.
I have a client. I was watching his stories the other day, and he's from Calgary. And I noticed that he was like #Kelowna, blah, blah, blah. And I just messaged him. I'm like, hey, I know like the best gym in Kelowna if you're like looking to go work out. And he's like, oh, I'm actually in West Bank. I'm like, perfect. You're already there, dude. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're taken care of. And he's like, fuck, he like appreciated it so much. So I'm promoting you from Alberta. Absolutely.
We fucking love that.
Your guys' gym is seriously the sickest gym ever. And Ryan was so impressed with the equipment, like just with absolutely everything. Absolutely. You guys have done so well. I'm so proud to say that. I know you guys, and yeah, you guys have just killed it. I'm so fucking proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
100%. Oh yeah, always do.
Mr. Oscar, what's up? How you doing, dog?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Dude, it's been an amazing day so far. What do you think of the podcast?
I liked it. I really liked that you really spoke about the gym because I've been training for a while, and I actually started training at this one gym, and I was there for a while, just being a really good kind of like trainer and just kind of like boosting sales. And then at one point that gym was kind of bringing in like around 95 grand, 100